How to connect Printify to your Shopify store. That is exactly what we're going to show you how to do here in this video. And as a bonus, at the end of this video, I'm also going to show you a super useful automation tool that allows you to completely automate the creation of all your print-on-demand products, saving you countless hours of time and doing the boring, repetitive work for you. So you'll want to start out by coming to this section here. You're going to click Manage My Stores. Alternatively, you can click Add a New Store, and it's going to bring you to this page here. So we're going to select Shopify for the sake of this video. Click here, and it gives you some weird little promotional blurb. Whoa, Shopify is fucking great. Shopify fucking rocks, bro. I'm not sure why this is really necessary, like I'm already in the process of setting up the connection with Shopify. Anyway, you'll get this pop-up telling you how fucking wonderful Shopify is, and then you can just click continue down here to get to the next screen, and then it'll ask you to choose a Printify store to connect. So I already have an existing Shopify store that was connected previously. I disconnected it for the sake of this video, really just making quite a selfless sacrifice for the sake of the viewers. We're gonna pretend like I'm starting fresh, and we're gonna do create a new store instead. It creatively gives you the default name, My Shopify Store, which apparently you can't change, so we'll just leave it as is, and then we'll click continue down here. Next, it'll bring you to this page here, create your Shopify account. I assume that you have already done this if you're watching a video on how to connect your Shopify store to Printify, so let's assume that this is already done, and we're gonna skip down to step 2 here. Here, they're gonna ask you for your store's URL, and you're gonna wanna use the root URL, which is the .myshopify.com URL. If you have a different URL that you actually send the traffic to, you wanna make sure when connecting it with Printify that you actually use the root level Shopify URL, because that's just sort of the convention that they follow here for connecting it. There's this very handy little pop-up message that tells you how to find this with this creepy woman that pops up and just terrifies you. They really want to just give you a fright and spook you out here so that the adrenaline will allow you to be sufficiently energized to finish the connection process. Anyway, as they explain here, if you don't know what your root level URL is, you can just go to the settings section of your Shopify account here, and then it's this little URL slug right here that you can copy. So I'm just going to copy this like so, come back over here, X out of this, paste this bad boy in here, and then I'll click connect. It's going to then automatically open up this little Shopify prompt that's asking you to install the Printify app. If you don't already have this installed, you're going to want to go ahead and do that so that your Shopify store can be connected to Printify. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So we'll click install here. So I'm going to go ahead and sign in here, finalize the connection, sign in, and just like that, everything is hunky-dory. So let's pop back over here and take a gander, see what we got. So now that the app is installed and now that it knows what my root Shopify URL is, you can just click I've completed my setup, and it says that my Shopify store is connected. How lovely. And just to confirm, if you come back here to the Manage My Stores section, you'll see that this root level Shopify URL is successfully connected to Printify. Also, if you want to, you can click this little settings icon, and there are some additional store settings you can set up for each of your connected stores. Stuff like where you're selling, stuff like your default profit margin, your default shipping profile, branding, package inserts, whatever it is, that can all be found here in this store settings section. Now you can simply come to the catalog, find the products that you want to create, and start populating your store with some dope ass products. If your plan is to build a large collection of products on your store, what you'll find is it's an incredibly boring, tedious, repetitive process to come here, find the products, select the variants you want to use, choose the sizes, upload the artwork, position it, make sure everything is sized correctly, and then you come here, you go to the next page, and then you have to rack your brain and come up with the title and description and the tags that accurately describe the artwork. You have to make sure all the settings are correct. It's a lot of boring, repetitive work, which thankfully you don't need to waste your time on because there's a super useful automation tool called the Bulk POD Product Creator, which does all this boring work for you. The way this tool works is, as the name suggests, this is a tool that allows you to automate the creation of your print-on-demand products in bulk. So instead of coming here in the Printify interface and doing it one at a time and wasting hours of time on this process, you can just use this tool to say, hey, here are all of the artwork images I would like to create products for. Here is the example product that I would like to make more of. And then here are the rules I'd like you to follow when creating the product titles, descriptions, and tags for each one of the products. This is probably the coolest feature because you can actually use AI to automatically generate accurate SEO optimized titles, descriptions, and tags for each one of your created products. So what this tool does is it will actually pass each of your artwork images through an AI image recognition tool, which actually understands the contents of the images, and it will accurately describe the artwork, describing the mood, the colors, the characters, whatever the image contains. And it spares you the boring, tedious agony of doing that stuff yourself. Instead, you just come here, choose your artwork images, then you just connect this tool to your store and specify which example product you want to use as a sort of role model or template to make more of. And so whatever variants you have applied, whatever settings are applied to this particular product, it'll create more of those products for each one of your artwork images up here. Once your operation's set up, all you got to do is click Create My Products, and this tool will automatically do all this work for you, completely automated, 100% on autopilot. There's a link in the description if you want to check this tool out. It's a big time saver for any print-on-demand seller creating a large number of products on their Shopify store. Hope you found found this video helpful, make sure to drop a like and comment if you did. We have lots of other videos focused on the print-on-demand space on our channel if you want to check them out. That's all I got for now. Thank you guys for watching, and see you later.